If you look back at your younger self, you never would have imagined you'd be here today. You'd be doing the things you're doing, spending all the money, all the time, all your energy, putting your marriage, your relationships, your friendships, your career, all at risk. Your health, maybe your freedom. You never thought this is where you would be today. Hey guys, I'm behavioral health and sex addiction recovery coach Rob Lopicola, and I'm so grateful you're here today. And you are likely suffering with compulsive sexual behavior and sex addiction. That's why you're here. If you're like I used to be, you're probably researching online, on YouTube videos, reading books, maybe going to 12-step groups, counseling, therapy, to get a grip of your sex addiction, get a grip of your compulsive sexual behavior. You're at a point now where you're hopeless. You feel like you can't escape the grip of this horrific addiction. Well, I want to tell you, there is a new design for living that works. And I want to tell you that once you get a grip on you, once you understand you on a deep level, there is no more fight. You don't have to fight the sex addiction. You don't have to fight the compulsive sexual behaviors anymore. Once you come to terms with who you are on a deep level, there's no more fight. There may be thoughts, but they're fleeting. They're not powerful. See, right now, sex addiction or the compulsion to act out in certain sexual behaviors is powerful. Hey guys, listen, I want to let you know real quick. If you want my free masterclass, where I'll offer you 10 strategies to change and transform your life, 10 strategies that will begin to break the spell of the sex addiction you're dealing with. Click the link below right now and go right to my free masterclass, or go to my website, sexaddictionrelief.com. I'll see you there. It feels all consuming. It feels as though once you think about it or meditate on it, you can't stop. And once you make a decision, you go and do it. And then you hate yourself. You're self-loathing. You feel inferior and dirty. Then as this progresses, you get into deeper and darker pornography, deeper and darker sexual experiences. You go down roads you never imagined you would. If you look back at your younger self, you never would have imagined you'd be here today. You'd be doing the things you're doing, spending all the money, all the time, all your energy, putting your marriage, your relationships, your friendships, your career, all at risk. Your health, maybe your freedom. You never thought this is where you would be today. You lost sight of your dreams and passions in life. You lost sight of what's really important. You lost yourself because you became so consumed by the compulsion for certain sexual behaviors that now it's at a point where it's as powerful as an addiction. And you're feeling hopeless, and you feel as though there's no way out. And for some of you, if you're like I used to be many years ago, you may feel as though this is who you are. This is the way it always has been. This is the way it always will be. You believe this is who you are. You've succumbed to the fact that this is the life you'll always live. And I have news for you. That is a lie. You're giving in and giving up into an addiction that will destroy you. There are so many strategies and techniques that you can learn, apply, practice, and master that will change your life. You just haven't learned them yet. Now, you are experienced. You may have put effort in over and over again to break the spell of your addiction. You have become experienced. You know a lot of what doesn't work. Don't do those again anymore. Don't use the strategies that don't work and waste your time. Now you need to adopt new strategies, a new way of looking. And I want to give you one strategy today And this is a crucial strategy, and it's radical, and it's quite different than if you've been in 12-step groups and perhaps counseling or therapy. I'm not really big when I coach men who are struggling with compulsive sexual behavior and getting into your childhood and understanding why you are addicted to certain sexual behaviors. I mean, that may be important to some degree, but I'm a firm believer in just getting you out of where you are now, changing your mindset, giving you a new design for thinking, a new design for living, a new perception. And I'm going to offer you one of those today. I have a program called Empower 100, the Empower 100 system. And in that system, I have a 30-day course called the Addiction Transformation Formula. I also have a book. It's called Pioneering a New Path. It delves deep into this thought pattern, this new way of looking at your addiction. Your addiction began many, many years ago. It was a way for you to cope with life. It was a way for you to feel better. It was a way for you to numb the pain and trauma from whether it's your childhood or certain experiences you may have had. You found a way that feels good. Ultimately, in the beginning, the compulsion for these behaviors made you feel good. Released dopamine, the feel-good hormone in the brain, that made you feel real good. And you have, for years now, practiced over and over again these behaviors. You have reinforced the dopamine system in the brain and the brain to run there when you're uncomfortable, run there when you're lonely, maybe even run there when you're celebrating, when you're happy. You run there as well. It's become a pattern. This part of you is here to help you. I know that sounds crazy, but this part of you is here to relieve your stress, to relieve your loneliness, to relieve your pain, and to reward you when you're happy and celebrating certain levels of success in your life. This part of you needs to be redisciplined. You need to build a relationship with that part of you and redesign how it copes with life. Because right now it looks at sex as a way to cope with life. Various different sexual behaviors, but sex as a way to cope with life. You need to rebuild, restructure, redesign your relationship with that part of you to integrate positive, constructive ways to deal with life, to deal with pain, to deal with fear and loneliness, trauma and excitement. You need to redesign the relationship you have with your sex addiction and redesign it so now it starts to implement constructive ways to deal with pain and trauma and joy. It's a phenomenal experience of changing your perception of your addiction. Wayne Dyer once said, or many times, he said, if you change the way you look at a thing, the thing you're looking at will change. And I'm here to help you change the way you look at your sex addiction. And I want you to begin that change by watching my free masterclass. I offer you 10 strategies that will begin to change how you think on a deep level, will begin to heal you from sex addiction and compulsive sexual behavior. So I want you to go to my website, sexaddictionrelief.com, or click the link below and sign up and watch my free 30-minute masterclass. Believe me, it'll start to change your life. Thanks so much for being here. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I post a new video every Tuesday, and I'm excited to be with you every week to help you begin healing. You take care.